Greetings, everyone. This is OMG Live, the quarantine edition, and it is Friday. I am Richard Ragoobarsingh, coming to you live from Arima, the only chartered borough in the entire Caribbean, and of course, welcoming you to another episode of OMG Live, the quarantine edition. And of course, it's Friday, and well, the weekend is upon us. So come in, and let's get our weekend started in the right frame of mind. Come in, call a friend, tell a neighbor, let's get started. All right? And let them know that OMG Live is on. And now I toss you over to the ever-glowing, perfect complexioned Richard Young.
Yay!
Thank you. This is Richard Young in Maracas Valley, St. Joseph, Trinidad. You are much too kind, Richard Ragoobarsingh. A special welcome to all of you here. I'm delighted to be with you today. Glad to be surrounded by TNT's best, beautiful, and most brilliant talents. Take it away, ladies.
You'll remember this song? Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Hi, Vaughnette in Labrador. Can't wait for what I'll be doing this weekend. So many plans.
And hi, I'm Cecilia Salazar in Pity Valley, in the northern part of Trinidad and Tobago, far from Labrador right now, very far. But we're so close when we come together on our quarantine community. I feel like I see Vaughnette every day, and I see all of you every day. So welcome. Thanks for joining us. OMG Live, we're on.
Woohoo! Hi, I am Penelope from the original capital of Trinidad, San Fernando. I am from the land of oil, where oil that nurtured and carried this country through. I am originally from South. And I'm in Diego Martin, West Lovely. Bye.
You rewrite history, darling. You rewrite it.
Remember, we are on Monday to Fridays from 2 to 3 right here on OMG TT on Facebook. We appreciate each and every one of you. Yes.
Absolutely. And to all those around the world and the islands up the Caribbean, saying hello, a big shout out to our Caribbean brothers and sisters. Welcome to OMG Live, the quarantine edition. It is our way of coming together to talk, laugh, share, and build community. So come on in, we have lots in store for you.
Woo. And in today's show, we will be playing the OMG Jibberish challenge, Let's Play That Game segment. If you get it right, you get to ask any one of us one question, and only one question to one member of the panel. We're also featuring a music video from two extremely talented young artists in Trinidad and Tobago named Calpi and Jimmy October, singing a very powerful nationalistic song, Wherever You Are.
Nice.
See some hilarious clips from TikTok. Plus, we have a trailer from an intense first love drama called Baby Teeth. Believe it or not, that's the name. Plus, lots of enlightening conversation to get you thinking. Of course, we hope that you'll laugh with us too. So please stay with us. This is OMG Live, the quarantine edition.
And a special shout out to DigiGod, the voice in the sky, master control, Stephen Doobal. Welcome, Stephen.
Good evening,
Hi,
everyone.
Stephen.
Hi. As I look down on you all.
Stephen
from up here.
This is also a great time to remind all of you who are viewing right now to share the live feed on your timeline now. Just look at the bottom, right-hand corner of the video, the right-hand corner, yes, and you will see the share arrow. Share us, spread the word to all your friends, all your family, all your neighbors, to everybody, everybody.
Yeah, share. Of course, during yesterday's program, we had some VIPs, some very important points of view from fellow Facebook listeners and watchers like yourself. Let's take a look at what they said. So our VIPs are going to come shortly. Did you go on? Oh, you know, they got both.
Your internet slow.
Yeah.
Apparently, mine
All
too.
right.
Franklin Jago from Europe. Franklin Jago is in Europe, and he says, "Great show. Can't wait for tomorrow. God's blessings to everyone." Thank you, Franklin. Thank you for loving me.
Thank you. Lydia Byron says, the whole Calasi Gonzalez, me tita for life. That's how our creative speak, me tita for life. She means her sister. I have to translate.
Yes. All right. Okay. Well, y'all, my computer stick I still on Franklin Jackley. Oh, Nigel Holder, there he is. Yay. Nigel Holder, our third very important point of view says, they must know who come in on the plane. They would have a manifesto with the names. They can't just have a flight come into the country without the proper information. Nigel, boy, we hear you and we see the manifesto as well. So it's out there in the public domain.
Manifest is not a political party.
Manifest.
But you know,
Oh, sorry, manifest. Sorry.
It's not a political
Sorry.
party.
Maybe just an own change.
all right, you know what, guys? Vaughnette and Richard, let's see what's going on social media. Let's do our shout outs to people who have logged on, please.
All right, so we have Roger Roberts. I love Roger.
Yay,
Adrian
Roger.
Dunmora. That's my second husband and the scale husband to Priya. Elise Julia Ruston. Verna St. Rose. I love you. Tracy Elcock. Foxy Loxy. Dion McNichol. Stevenson. Atalia Samuel. Richard Bruce Murrell. Williams. Natasha Thomas. Anya Henry. Simone Donelan. Hi, Simone. Bree Celestin. Atto Bolden. Atto, well, I hope you ain't quick. You just jump on me live quick and jump back off. You know you're quick. I hope you're still there. Crystal Charles. The voice, Rihanna from Voice of Lupus. Hi, Rihanna. Chocolate Innes. Anybody else you see in there, Rich?
Well, we have some regulars. Chemo Thomas, Carleen Williams, Yolandra John. I haven't seen her on really, and that she used to model for me sometime. Nikki Pauline Henry, Terry Woodsley, Brent Joel, Rachel Young, Sean Edwards, Carol Prince Mandela, Patricia Ortiz, and my little Asia. Yes, Heidi Hackshaw, Richard Murrell, yes, Heather Spencer, Hilary Lovelace, Camille Pear. Yeah, we have a nice group started off with us. So welcome. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah. Hi, Sean Edwards.
Yes.
Hi, Roger.
Hi,
Brent. So many people you know in that line. Hi, Atto.
Hi, Atto.
All right. All right. So first, let's take a look at the latest World Health Organization's because
There's our OMG Live COVID-19 update, Richard. You go. All right, today,
So
the world COVID-19 infection is at 4,556,956 infected persons and counting. The death toll, 304,201 souls in the world have died because of COVID-19. And the recovery is 1,722,422 persons who have recovered.
in Trinidad and Tobago, all our figures are holding. We had 116 positive COVID-19 cases, and we have been like that, I think, for 19 days so far. 8 Trinbagonians have regrettably lost their lives to COVID-19, and our discharge rate remains at 107 persons who have recovered in TNT from COVID-19. Of course, if we go to the it's at 5. In Guyana, 113 people have tested positive, 10 persons have died. In the Bahamas, 96 people have tested positive, 11 people have died. And of course, in Barbados, 85 people have tested positive and 7 have died. That's just giving you an idea of what's taking place up the Caribbean.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we are back on OMG Live, the Quarantine Edition. We apologize for the technical difficulties. I know in years past, I've been told by my co-host, a sign used to come up on TTT that used to say, "1 moment, please," with a hand, but we couldn't get the sign. So we were just dead to you all momentarily. So we are back at OMG Live, the Quarantine Edition. Apologies, but we had some technical difficulties. There was a power loss at Master Control, but we've rectified everything and we are now on generator power. All right, so great. So let's continue.
Did we lose powder?
We lost powder. Yeah.
It's not powder, it was power. No powder was lost.
No powder was lost in this transmission.
No powder was lost in the transmission.
Powder was intact. Oh my goodness.
Right,
So we
so
did
we
right
have
along.
yes.
Right after COVID update, we are going into our next piece. We know that many are questioning how important it is to protect ourselves from the coronavirus, the washing of your hands, the covering of your mouth and nose to stop the spread. The major problem is we cannot see the virus. It is invisible. Well, this video from CNN shows an experiment conducted in Japan, where they made the virus visible so that they can clearly demonstrate how easy the spread is. Take a look.
We've heard from so many people who are missing what it was like to dine out before coronavirus. But now a video from Japan may have you rethinking the safety of some restaurants as they look to reopen. The experiment aims to show how easily germs and viruses can spread when just one person is infected. CNN's Anna Corin reports.
Common sight on cruise ships, resorts and casinos. Piles of hot food in communal trays, each patron helping themselves to as many servings as desired. If just one is infected, it may be the perfect setting for a virus to flourish. And a new video out of Japan helps show how fast it could spread. Medical experts teamed up with the country's public broadcaster, NHK, in an experiment that simulates a cruise ship's buffet-style restaurant. First, one of 10 participants rubs his palms with special liquid only visible under black light. He represents an infected person who had coughed into his hands. Then he joins 9 others as they spoon food onto their plates and sit down to eat. After 30 minutes, the room goes dark before an ultraviolet light comes on. The fluorescent liquid is now visible on a lot of surfaces. Items the so-called infected person had touched. Tongs, pitchers, food tray lids. Left residue others picked up. And in turn spread to silverware, dishes, glassware, clothing and phones. After half an hour, every participant had come into contact with the liquid. 3 of them had gotten it on their faces. A visual show of how easily a contaminated substance can travel.
The issues with that video is that there's a lot of material which was put on the hands, and so that's a very artificial situation. But I think what they've been able to do is to actually show just what the consequences are of the spreading of potential infectious disease from hands when proper hand hygiene is not performed.
Video of the experiment has been viewed millions of times since it was posted by NHK. The Joint Project Supervisor says it's partly meant to illustrate how often some surfaces are touched by many people, like handrails, light switches or door handles.
It may seem radical, but I think that video should be put in front of every single public restroom. Many of the countries which have opened up is that the outbreaks have been linked to small clusters, what people call not necessarily the people being super spreaders, but the locations being super spreaders, which highlights the need that people must be having much more attention to hand hygiene as well as to the social distancing.
NHK and its collaborators did a second, cleaner version of the experiment, using hygiene changes like separating dishes, replacing tongs frequently, and asking participants to wash their hands during and after the meal. 30 minutes into that experiment, no one had picked up the fluorescent paint. Anna Corrin, CNN.
Wow. I mean, that's very interesting. I mean, what do you guys think about it?
I will stay home.
I mean, and they didn't even talk about the staff that working in that restaurant and how far it could reach. I was hoping that you could get that for people, you know, all the bad and the horrible human beings that are out there. You could get a black light for them. That'll be wonderful. But that's a wonderful experiment, though.
Yeah, it really shows you, for all the doubting Thomases, they could really see how it spreads, you know. You can really see exactly what takes place and how it's spreading. Very interesting.
And how it's spread.
But what is really good as well is that they show, at the ending how when you practice proper hygiene, everybody have a different plate, nobody sharing stuff, social distancing, that you could still go out once you practice these things, because then it didn't get on anybody.
Yeah. I think it's proven the point that seems to be so hard to make. Yeah. All right, let's who we have back on social media.
Yeah, let's go to social media and see what's going on. What's going on social media, Vaughnette and Richard?
I see Crystal Cunningham. Crystal, hi, thanks for joining us. She's asking about what you guys think about the CARICOM Heads plan to open for intra-regional travel from June. Heather Spencer, hi Heather, I'm okay. Franklin Jagdale is back. Camille St. Louis, Colonel Skylar, Rachel Young. Thank you, Rachel. Heather Spence, I'll call Heather, Franklin Jagdale, Chinelle Hill, Binta Ford, Rennie Merez, Rennie. John Michael Thomas is back. Beverly Jardine is here. Greg Cave. She was asking if it's Ammons or Johnson's powder that we lost.
Oh, very funny.
Chanel Hill said hello to Auntie Penny. Dawn Victor is here. Dion McNichol Stevenson, Cassandra Pemberton, Vernice McDonald, Kendall Vincent, Nigel Friday, Lasimba Barkley, Binta Ford. Yeah, I think some of those are the new people who came back on, and more are coming on as we go along. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so great. So let's move things along now. And we're going to head over, as I always say, to that bastion of super intelligent humans called Meanwhile at TikTok.
Okay, our first one. One afternoon, a mother is relaxing in her living room and her son walks up to her with his phone pointed at her, calls her the B word. What do you think this mother's reaction would be? Here is Waldo the man on TikTok.
Hey, Mom. I want to tell you something. Okay. You're a bitch.
Pardon me?
Beautiful, intelligent, trustworthy, caring, and humble.
you're nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're naive.
What?
You're ignorant.
What?
You're careless, and you're quite embarrassed.
Wow. Wow, guys, wow.
That's cute.
She gave him a quick retort there. Good for her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did. That was good.
Unfortunately, if that was my mother,
Good, yeah.
I wouldn't be waiting to
Yeah.
hear. She wouldn't be waiting to hear what
Exactly.
When you hear,
What it stand
yeah,
for, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
she
would
would've
say
heard
mine
that.
would say that. I would.
My mother would have heard it with her foot on my neck. Beautiful.
Be what?
You would have heard it.
I bring you here, I can take you out. I bring you here, I can take you out. That's famous line.
Oh
My
God.
mother's
So, now, on
opposite.
to
She
the
would
next.
probably would have been sobbing, you know. Oh, how could you call me that? Ooh.
So our next TikTok video. So you have your Febreze in hand and cleaning your flat screen TV. Then this giant character comes uncomfortably close. Here is Jamaican on TikTok. Take a look.
Cute,
Oh,
very
my
nice.
goodness.
Very nice.
So,
Our third
very
clip.
idle. But,
Our third
so we
clip.
go to our
It's a
third clip.
bright,
Yeah.
bright sunny day, and you look out your window and you see your best friend Shanika. What does Shanika do? Here is Call Me Baby 28 on TikTok. Take a look.
Shanika! Shanika! Put on your taillight, reverse it back. Push it.
Okay.
I missed that one.
I don't
Shanika
know.
is partner.
Oh God! People have a lot of time on their hands, don't they?
I am
So
telling
that
you.
was how TikTok
TikTok
people
and
are passing
Zoom.
the time. So let's jump into our next segment where we discuss what's trending today.
Before we go into what's
Well-
trending today, I want to remind our online viewers, you too can send us your thoughts. Just email your videos, your video clips, your voice notes to info@omgtt.com with your name and your contact information.
I want to
What
say
we
hello to
talking about?
Natasha.
Okay,
one of
guys.
our regulars. Sorry. She just sent to say hello. Hi, Natasha.
Hi, Natasha.
Hi, Natasha. All right, guys. So what's trending today? Who wants to start? Well, y'all are all rushing, aren't y'all? So let's put somebody
Yeah.
on the spot. Cecilia.
Oh, jeez. No, well, what's trending in my radar and on the front page of the papers is the fact that the U.S. Embassy sent a list to our Foreign Affairs Ministry, a list of all the names of people who are sanctioned from Venezuela. So as just if to say, well, if you didn't know who they were, because you're saying you weren't sure, you didn't know who landed here, these are the people, so don't let them come again. At least this is what it's looking like. I don't know, what do y'all think about that?
Well, it could
Oh,
look
yeah.
like your name will be on the list just now too, if you all don't own up to what is going on, right? Just as how these 5 people could be on the list. Maybe some people from Trinidad might be on the list too. What do you think?
It was difficult
Interesting
to read.
point.
It was difficult to read. I don't know if it was a diplomatic buff, on the part of the U.S. Embassy just saying, well, okay, so you didn't know who we have sanctions on and whom you should not accommodate. So we are letting you know these are the people. So I don't know if it was a polite diplomatic reprimand or if it was, in fact, saying, well, you know what? These are the people and there is a list and we're letting you know that there is a list and we're going to discuss this further. I have no clue. So, of course, people are just speculating. I know Reginald Dumas in that.
Yeah.
Reginald Dumas in that article suggested that it was more of a diplomatic, a soft diplomatic reprimand about, you know, this is who we have sanctioned because apparently you did not know.
But we're looking stupid in Richard. Trinidad looking goatish. We don't know who coming in our country and they know. I just want to make us look a little more.
Yeah.
But that is a whole
political
and you all mentioned the
I think about
CXC.
something. Yeah, the CXC is another one, but I think that whole thing was bungled. Of course, another trending topic is the fact that CXC has said that they're going to do the CXC and Cape in July. And of course, some islands are saying that they're not ready. Like Jamaica, for example, Jamaica has 509 cases and they're still dealing with a COVID-19 possible community spread. So they're saying, well, we are not going to be ready for July. So it's causing some discord because CXC is saying, no, it's going to be in July. And they're turning it into part of it into multiple choice to accommodate the situation that has taken place. So Trinidad, of course, is saying, well, we are prepared to do it in July.
Yes, we're going to get, I think they're going to do it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's sad. I think we should really try to support Jamaica as much as we can in this because I'm sure they're not just saying that because I suppose there must be a crisis over there. Over 500 and something people died. Well, but anyway, I think we should support them as long as we can and then move on. Because the children been studying for months.
Yeah, you had an opinion, Vaughnette?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I'm thinking, is it wise for some countries to do it and then others do it after? Because you know we have this whole thing. You really don't want to do an exam, and next thing you know, it filters into the other country and all the information. So it's really just to wait until everybody is ready to accommodate it. You know, as against some saying, well, we're ready and let me go and leave the ones who are not ready. I think we should really just wait until everybody's at a stage where we could do the exam. As against, you know,
Because some can't do it and some do it. That's impossible.
Yeah, I don't feel it should be done that way.
Well, as everything with this COVID, we're going to have to wait and see. As everything with this COVID, we're learning day by day. Lordy.
Yeah.
And I don't know when will be the SEA.
Okay, I want to say some shout outs. I only put back on my spectacles because Heather Spencer told me she saw a peep of it and she likes how I'm looking at it. Janelle Joseph, I think this is her first time on and she's very excited. So I'm saying hello to her. There's Ronnie John on. There is Alison McLeod, Pat Dillon, Dominic LaRoche, Renee Ortiz, Leslie and Dina. So there are some new people who have joined us. And they're all just shouting out, some of them saying they didn't know this was on, and they're glad that it's on. And
Monday to
glad
Friday.
to have you all. We are on Monday to
what
Friday.
episode 32, 33. What episode are we on now?
Yeah, 32, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
32. All right.
Yeah. So let's move on because we got a little late. So we guess what now? It's time to play. Let's play that game.
Of course, this is for all the lovely people who have joined us, who are chatting with us, and who are participating. We really appreciate your company. So, guys, get ready. Now, today we have the OMG Jibberish challenge. Now, some of you would have played this before. If you're new, of course, we have some gibberish sentences, and all you have to do is tell us what is the English version of the words.
Translation.
If you get the answer right, you get to ask any one of us on the panel a question. Anyone. Of course, if you don't, you've just lost and you live to win another day. All right, so guys, are we ready?
Yeah.
First clip. Let's go. Let's go. The first clip.
Wapont
Oh my
Oh God,
gosh.
that one is pretty
That is-
difficult because I didn't get it. So I'm like, apa wapont, apa pipi, I don't know. So I'm hoping that people who watched it got it.
Should we run it
See
again?
if anybody got the sentence.
Yes.
Run it
we
again
should.
now one more time.
Run it
I want to
again.
pay in the black box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
run it
looks all
again.
right to me.
Oh my goodness, I have no clue what that is. I have no clue. No clue. And usually I can figure these things out.
Did
I have
anybody-
no
Nice
clue,
people.
Stephen Duval.
Did anybody guess
Master
anything?
Well, I
Somebody
don't know.
said, I
I'm-
want a box of wipes.
They're close.
I want a box of KFC.
Really?
Yes, that's it.
What?
Simon
Wow.
Donnelly.
Wow.
Simon
I
Donnelly.
want a KFC fill up. Nah.
What the?
I want the KFC
KFC.
fill-up box. Oh my goodness.
Well, I got a box, but I thought it was like fighting, like yeah, bow, pew, bow. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, I
The
really
box,
wanted to
yeah.
go for in the black box. I can hardly
Okay,
talk
Simon.
Next
Simone
one.
is
Simon,
a
get
box.
your question.
Simon.
Get the question, Simon.
See,
Congratulations, Simon.
You win a box.
All
of
right, on top.
KFC.
we go to our
What's the
second
game?
clip. TP upon TP. Oh my God. Tapa, mipi, tupu,
Tapaim.
tepe, tapine.
Tapine.
I don't know. My brain is not absorbing the gibberish today. It's so difficult reading it than hearing it. See if anybody got that
Yeah.
one.
What?
Nobody answered yet.
Oh.
Say, Richard, say it again. I don't know it. Happy, weepy, wap up.
I'm not so
You can
sure.
read
Say it again.
You can read it.
See it again. See it again. Let's see it again, Stephen.
Yes, that's correct, Richard.
Are you gonna
Terrence
take me for a
Akai.
dip? Are you
Was
gonna
that
take me for a dip in the pool?
Akai.
Terrence, okay?
Terrence Akai said, time to take on the world.
Yes, that's correct.
Time to take on the world.
Wow.
I said time to take a dip in the pool. I really cannot do this at all.
Congratulations,
And the
Terrence.
third one.
You're not supposed to be somebody talking that you don't want a child to understand. This who say that
All right, next
All
one.
right, we're going to our third clip.
Yeah.
I get that one. I have that one. We all got that one, right?
That's easy. That's an easy one. Somebody got that already.
Penny, you got that one.
Nobody got that already.
I got that one. I got that one.
Richard Ambrose. Richard Ambrose, when will I see you again?
Yay.
When will I see you again?
Oh my goodness.
I got
Vaughnette and I will sing it.
Will I have to wait forever? Will I have to suffer? That's a nice one. When will
I see you again? After COVID.
All right, so those 3 winners. Those 3 winners, you now have an opportunity to ask us, anyone on the panel, a question. So start thinking about your questions, and of course, we're moving straight along because we're going to check out our next segment, OMG Live, on your screen. Why do you think?
In today's trailer, we feature a seriously ill teenager, Mila, who falls madly in love with a small-time drug dealer named Moses. It's her parents' worst nightmare, but it's Mila's first brush with love. And it brings her a new lust for life. Here's the trailer, Baby Teeth, where things get messy and traditional morals go out the window. Take a look.
I hate to ask you this. I'm trying to put some money together to get a bed and a shelter.
I only got 50.
50? That's too much. I can't.
Can split it.
No. 50's okay.
If I give you 50, you have to do something for me.
Is this a style?
I was going for rat's tails.
You look like a different person. What have you done with my daughter?
I killed her.
Oh, my God.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
You make a habit of befriending girls that are significantly younger than yourself.
Oh, my God.
Mila's obsessed with that boy.
She's a smart girl.
Mila? That boy has problems!
So do I! What are you looking at? Piss off.
Oh, darling.
I lost my hair.
It looks cool. It's like way better than the one that I gave you.
Not. I'll do anything. Can he please stay?
Mila, he threatened me with a meat prong.
You threatened my wife with a meat prong?
I don't want to hurt you.
So don't.
Moses!
Wait, Henry!
Miller should have the world at her feet right now.
I have no idea what you're feeling.
I can't feel anything because I can't breathe because you take up all the air.
I think something in you has changed.
When I met you, it was like you weren't scared of anything.
I don't think the world would be this big or weird if we become obsessed with functionality.
She's gonna be okay.
Oh, that'll do it.
This is the worst possible parenting I can imagine.
Wow.
Netflix?
Yeah, that is,
I understand that.
Yeah, it's certainly taking a dramatic twist on the love story. But of course, parents would be mortified. Parents would be mortified if something like that was to happen. It's like,
You always falling for the bad boy. You always fall for the bad boy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I I love that line. This have to be the worst parenting. Poor parents.
Yeah.
Thank God.
We have a
Thank
question,
God my daughters
guys.
have not met any guys like that. Thank God.
We have questions.
We have a question for Richard Ragu. Ragu, your question is from Simone Donovan, and she asks, she says that most of your plays have unexpected, tragic endings. In this COVID existence, will your next play give us a happy ending?
Oh, good question.
You know,
thought-provoking.
That's a comment. That's a commentary on some of the plays that I've written, where I suppose, how should I put this? I suppose part of my experience is I've had a lot of sadness in my life in terms of people who were very close to me who died from the time I was very young. When I was in, I lost my mother, then I lost my brother, then I lost a cousin who was really like a sister, and then I lost my father. So I suppose a lot of that maybe worldview that sometimes things end in tragedy, sometimes infuses in my writing. But I'll accept the challenge, Simone. So the next play I write, I promise, it'll have a Disney ending.
Oh yeah, people will live happily ever.
Does Simone win? Why is Simone asking a question? Does Simone win?
She did.
She won the KFC. She won the box of KFC.
Richard Ambrose asked, when will we see Master Control live?
Ooh.
I mean, live.
Never.
Come down from there.
You don't have enough boxes for Master Control.
All the box full up.
All the box full up.
You never saw Bosley and Charlie's Angels. You never saw him.
No, we never.
Spoils the mystery. We spoils the mystery.
We know who it was.
We never did.
We know who it was John Forsyth, but we never saw it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
The final question. Yeah. Oh. Go ahead, Rich. What's the final question?
This is from Vaughnette. If you had the ability to do anything possible, no restrictions, what exactly would you do and why? That's such a hard question and all it tells the time.
You know what I would do? I was raised by my grandparents in a home with a lot. My grandparents had 8 children and me, so it was like 9 children. And I think a lot of my family members, including my grandfather, have not been able to experience traveling the world. I really wish that my grandfather is 95 and he can't go anywhere right now. But if I had the opportunity, I would take my entire family on a trip, because my aunts, all they've done is worked all their lives and they haven't really traveled. I'd like my family to be able to see the world, see different things. And if I could have done that, I definitely would have done that. Yeah.
Lovely,
nice.
lovely.
I thought of a joke there though, but I didn't want to say it. You should maybe give Derek Chin a call, see what he can do. Sorry, I can resist.
Okay, so.
Yeah. So any other questions there?
No, that's it. I just requested.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that leads us to our next segment. So I was thinking.
So what are we thinking? Well, today we had a little stick. It had thrown all of us off a kilter a little. What are you thinking, Penny? Penny, for your thought.
Oh, God. I can't think of anything now. Anybody else want to start? I don't know what to think. I think about so many different things.
I know. The thing is, I will...
Go ahead. Go, Sal.
Okay, I will say, right. Exactly that. There's so many things going on every time you turn on the news and COVID-19 news and new discoveries, and they don't know, wear masks, don't wear masks, and all of this politicking going on. But I took great advice from our show yesterday and that piece that we saw, and I am focusing on what I have, and I am giving thanks, and I am focusing on all the positives that are going to happen. And that really impressed something upon me. I'm not going to focus on what I don't have. I'm focusing on what I have and looking at the future, because there are going to be things opening up, and we have to look at what we can do about that now.
I'm focusing on what you could control.
Yeah, focus on what you can control. Exactly. Thank you, Stephen.
I want to follow from Sal and also from what Vaughnette just said as her thing. Today is International Families Day. And one of the things we surely have that is close to us, and a lot of us, sometimes we don't develop the relationships at best, is our family. And I think in this downtime, if you want to call it that, and I mentioned it once before, I have really rebuilt a relationship with my mother. We have no choice but to communicate, and she's much more lucid than I might have been giving her credit for. I even had some quarrels with my brother, which means we straightened out a few things, and I've reached out to the immediate family and some friends who are family. That is the most important thing. And when I looked up on what International Families Day is, that is what it is about, you know, to engender that. So that's the only way, because that's the nuclear base of us building community and having a better world. So I definitely want to say that, and it was nicely sparked by both Sal's comments and the Vaughnette's comments. Yeah. Beautiful.
Guys, you know what I was thinking? I have always found it intensely difficult to even capture in my mind how people could sing and play the keyboard or play any instrument at the same time. And over the past 2 days, with some lessons from my piano player, Ming, I actually find myself singing and accompanying myself, and I'm so proud. I mean, it's easier earlier, but I could never believe that I would one day actually be sitting by the piano.
That is great.
I saw it, Vaughnette. I saw it on Facebook, and I said, wow, great for you. Great for you.
That's excellent.
Nice. What I was thinking, I'm thinking about all kinds of different things. I'm thinking, I heard that this Blackish, the older Blackish, the mother on Blackish, the grandmother on Blackish, she got conned out of $50,000 by a guy she met in the gym, and he's sweet. And I just can't believe women that age still will get catch. And I just want people to be aware with this technology, you know, all kind of things they're trying. I also thinking when Lotto opening, you know, when we're gonna have some tickets, I want to know if I could cash them in, because I have no money, because my home clothes running out. So I mean, I'm thinking about all these different kind of things. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
That's
what I'm cooking tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
for the weekend, love.
Yeah.
What I have been thinking is, what the hell is going on in Russia? I don't understand Russia as a country, you know. I don't know. I don't understand it at all. Those Russians, they're special. Russia is now the second country after the United States in terms of cases of COVID-19. They have 10,000 cases per day. All you hear that? 10,000 new cases per day in Russia. When there are doctors who are raising issues about inadequate PPE, or that there was one lady who was the head of a hospital in Siberia, she's raised issues. They wanted to make her hospital a COVID-19 hospital. She was saying no, because they don't have the capacity, they don't have enough PPE. Somebody threw her out a window. And two other doctors who complained about the issues, they threw them out of windows from high floors. 3 of them dead. Another one who has a blog now and talking about the issues and constraints that they're facing in Russia in terms of dealing with the flood of cases coming in. She has a project where she's delivering PPE equipment to different places. Masked men, and they have it on video, masked men follow with all of these kind of funny masks, grab her, and eventually she loses consciousness and she's gone. We don't know where she is. What the hell is Russia about? It's not a mad country. That's what I've been thinking. I think it's a mad country.
I saw all of that. Remember, I was telling you all 3 doctors pushed out of windows. What is that? That is crazy. I mean, isn't that kind of obvious too? 3 people pushed out of windows. I just find that so bizarre. You're right.
Insane.
Exactly.
Insane.
And nobody knows what happened. It's like, what?
But there's a whole bizarre world we're living in right now. Like how Paul Manafort come out of jail for COVID because of COVID. The President Trump's friend who got locked up, he's the first man to come out of jail because of COVID, and he's going to spend his rest of his sentence at home. To have people in jail with COVID and they're not releasing them. But
no
Paul
COVID,
Manafort,
he was coming out COVID or no COVID, you know. No COVID. COVID or no COVID, he was coming out.
Exactly. I suppose.
He was going to get pardoned.
That is nonsense. This world is amazing. I don't know. I don't know how people can make children still, I swear.
Because they give us so much joy.
I know. But I get really upset when they're really unfair. When people make choices like that.
Thank you very much for your thoughts. So let's go to our viewers on social media and what are their thoughts, Richard and Vaughnette?
Yeah, we have a few. Sarah Chanpak came on. Dawn Victor had fallen off and she came back on. Halem Nasir. Yeah. Anthony Castor, my schoolmate of mine from Trinity College. Pauline Phillip, Marie Millette, Brian Thomas. Yes, these are some people who joined us. Shelford Trotman is saying hello. And I think those are the new ones who have come on. Any comments, Vaughnette, that we need to share?
Dr. Janet Stanley Marcano, the wonderful Dr. Janet Stanley Marcano over there in Tobago. Hi, sweetheart. Carol Prince Mandela is saying, you see, in reference to what Richard said, you say, see how Trinidad and Tobago nice. We ain't going a place from here, we are moving from here. Richard Bruce Mura said, Richard Young, family life is beautiful. Somebody commented, they say, roll over Alicia Keys, here comes one and Bigford. I do not think so. Not me, I ain't going that one at all. That's too much stress. Simone Donovan says, OMG crew has given us such laughter and entertainment over the weeks. It's become an hour I really look forward to. That you dress up nicely for us and share your time and talent freely. Stephen for the preparation and editing of this show and the friends that we've become familiar with. Special have a blessed weekend, y'all. Thank you very much.
Thanks. That was lovely.
That was very lovely.
Very nice.
Okay. I think,
okay, Raghu.
Yes, it's time for calls. I want to say special thanks to those who watched and took part in our show today. Please send us your comments, your voice notes, video clips, thoughts, perspectives. Email it to info@omgtt.com so we can share it on the OMG Live, the quarantine edition.
If your Facebook Live edition of today's show was glitchy because of the irregular internet by you and by you alone, don't blame nobody else.
No powder.
You can watch a smooth recorded version on YouTube. Just go to OMG TV TT on YouTube. We will upload it there shortly. Today we feature a singer-songwriter and extremely talented Calpy and Jimmy October, who put together this very powerful song about national pride and love for our people, self and country, just called Wherever You Are, from the EP Home for download. Everybody say your goodbyes, please.
Bye.
Have a great weekend, people.
Love up your family today.
Vaughnette show is on Facebook
Bye.
tomorrow later.
Yes.
At 8:30 tonight, Vaughnette, Bigford, you must go online and check her out. Two people just joined Cyrus Blue, but they have been trying to say hello all the time to Mika Alexander. Anyway, guys, see you on Monday, because from Monday to Friday at 2 p.m. right here at OMG TT on Facebook, you can see this show and all our past shows. No, if you want to see the show and any of our past shows, you can go on to OMG TV TT on Vimeo or YouTube, and you can see it there on demand. Thank you for being with us, and as we always say at OMG,
be
kind
to each
other. TNT.
TNT to the world.
All I really want is a place I could come back. I can't understand where the love when we need that. Yeah, yeah. Guess all I really want is a home that have me back. You still got all of my love, I want you to know that. Wherever you are, know that it will always get better. Wherever you are, know that everything will get better. Yeah, yeah. Down by the water open, to watch the stars align, throw dreams out in the ocean. Watch how it changed with life, didn't know where we were going. I kept you on my mind, just like mama told us. She told me people never bring you back. Just wish they go far and learn how to love themselves. They could take all we have and leave us here with no well. Just know that in time the water will find the well. Yeah. All I really want is a place I could come back. I can't understand why the love when we need that. Yeah, yeah. Guess all I really want is a home that have me back. You still got all of my love, I want you to know that. Wherever you are, know that it will always get better.